Hello there. We've got some contrast in the weather across different parts of Europe at the moment. Many areas are pretty unsettled because we've got the remnants of ex-Hurricane Danielle that have been pouring in across Spain and Portugal, bringing some showers there. Low pressure also developing more widely into central parts of Europe at the moment. So over the next few days, plenty of heavy showers and thunderstorms. They're particularly affecting parts of France, Germany, a little bit further south, also into the likes of Montenegro, Croatia and central Italy. To the south and east of that, though, we're keeping the warm sunshine. So temperatures actually a little above average for parts of Turkey and Greece. And then more unsettled into the central Mediterranean. We've got this line of cloud bringing some squally winds at times across the likes of Sardinia and Corsica. More showers to come quite widely for Portugal and Spain into France. The UK looking a little bit drier, but we've got northerly winds developing, and that's going to be bringing some cooler air into Central Europe. Still unsettled for Scandinavia too. Slow moving low pressure, so bringing breezy and showery conditions here. More rain heading in towards the Low Countries and northern parts of Germany into Friday, and those heavy downpours just still lingering across parts of the Balkans. So it's a little bit cooler than it has been for London and for Paris. It does look a little bit drier though for both Madrid and Rome as we look towards the end of the week into the weekend. Meanwhile, further east across Europe, things are cooler, more unsettled, plenty of heavy showers to come for Berlin. Bye for now. Hello, let's take a look at the weather across Africa and the Middle East too. And for North Africa, we've got some fairly warm air still in place, particularly for Libya, Tunisia as well. Far northwest sees some cloud and some showers moving in, particularly for the Atlas Mountains. Some heavy showers also through parts of the central belt of Africa, particularly in the west for parts of Liberia, Sierra Leone, for instance, as well, and around the Gulf of Guinea. But either side of that, most places looking dry and settled. Cape Town's seen some warm weather over recent days, but it's turning a little bit cooler, and through into the weekend, we'll see a cold front bringing a real dip in temperature there. So the arrival of some showers during the weekend in Cape Town, temperatures back down into the mid-teens there after the recent warmth we've seen. In Dakar, we're likely to see dry weather persisting until the start of next week. In Khartoum, lots of warm sunshine and temperatures on the rise up to close to 40 Celsius as we head through into next week. Sunny spells for Casablanca, Kinshasa and Lusaka as well. Now across the Middle East then, Thursday looking largely dry and settled and sunny, not quite as hot as it has been across parts of Kuwait into Iran as well, but it's going to be warming up a little bit across parts of Oman. Southwesterly breeze is going to be easing. Meanwhile, a few showers, you can see them building here over the Sarawak Mountains into the southeast of Saudi Arabia and also for western parts of Yemen too. No great change over the next few days, but turning a bit hotter for Muscat. Bye-bye. Hello there. We're around about the peak time in the hurricane season now, and we may well see another tropical storm or hurricane form somewhere in the East Pacific. Potential also in the Atlantic that we could see another tropical storm form later this week. So we're keeping a close eye on the tropics. Meanwhile, South America, we've got this line of rain which is persisting across Peru, Paraguay, southern Brazil too. Pretty warm air in place to the north of that. Still some heavy showers across northern parts of Colombia, a few heavy ones for Venezuela too, but they tend to peter out as we head towards the likes of Suriname, French Guiana, down the east coast of Brazil as well. There's that rain close to Rio de Janeiro on Wednesday. To the south of that, Buenos Aires, 18 degrees or so. It was pretty chilly earlier in the week, but things are warming up a touch towards the south. Still very unsettled for southern Chile and Patagonia. More rain and wind on the way there. Some rain in the forecast for Rio de Janeiro. That front is going to be quite slow moving. Buenos Aires looks drier and those temperatures are on the rise. Now this is where we could see the potential for another tropical cyclone out to the southwest of Mexico. Nonetheless, it's going to bring some really heavy downpours to southern and western Mexico. Chance of some flooding, possibly landslides. Heavy rain too for Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama, and some scattered heavy showers for many central and western parts of the Caribbean. So plenty of downpours to come in Havana, but things are looking a little bit drier for Kingston, Jamaica. Bye-bye. Hello. After last week's record-breaking September heat in some parts of the western United States, it is looking cooler and more unsettled in the west. You can see this area of shower cloud here across the Rockies, down towards the Four Corners. We're going to continue to see some heavy showers. There could be some flash flooding across some areas for Utah, down towards the Great Basin, Nevada, also Idaho and the Four Corners region as well. So plenty of areas seeing some really heavy downpours here. But for central and eastern areas, that's where we're still seeing temperatures well above average. So for Wednesday into Thursday, still an increased fire risk for some areas over 100 Fahrenheit in places. Meanwhile, it's looking unsettled for Alaska and British Columbia too. Low pressure moving in from the North Pacific there. Down the west coast, most places looking fine and settled, cooler than it has been, a northerly breeze picking up, but further inland, we're still seeing those heavy monsoonal showers. Next few days then looking largely dry and settled. Temperatures coming down a little bit for Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco and Los Angeles too. Meanwhile, low pressure moves into the Canadian Maritime, so wet and windy here, but looking dry for Montreal, Toronto, towards Washington DC as well, and plenty of sunshine down towards Georgia as well. But into Florida, we've still got some really heavy showers and some thunderstorms that are going to be lingering. So things are looking dry and fine for Montreal, New York and Atlanta, but we'll continue to see some heavy thunderstorms in Miami. Bye-bye. Hello there. It is fairly late in the monsoon season, but we're still seeing some very heavy rain across some portions of India. Here's the satellite image showing this area of cloud. It's been affecting northern and northwestern India. We've also got another area of cloud here on the satellite image into Bangladesh as well. So with those winds, those moist southwesterly winds bringing plenty more rainfall, it is looking quite wet over the next few days across parts of Gujarat, Rajasthan, up towards central and northern parts of India and across towards Bangladesh as well. To the south of that, a much drier story. A few showers down the west coast, but nothing particularly heavy there. Lots of dry, settled weather into central parts of Asia. Temperatures still on the warm side here. Tashkent at around 33 Celsius. Largely dry and settled over the mountains of Afghanistan, Pakistan as well. 34 in the sunshine for Karachi. But then we're back into the heavy rain, mostly to the north of Mumbai, but we will see some heavy showers for Mumbai itself. Heading down towards Mali, the showers quite few and far between here, and just one or two across Sri Lanka. A few showers around the east coast as well, but more persistent rainfall packing in towards West Bengal and Bangladesh. Mumbai stays wet over the next few days. Could be some flooding around the area, but dries up by the time we get to Sunday. Dakar also seeing a bit of a drier spell into the weekend. Lots of sunshine for Tashkent, but those temperatures coming down a little bit over the next few days. Bye for now. Hello. We're seeing a very active spell of weather in terms of tropical cyclones in the West Pacific at the moment. Currently 3. This one here is Typhoon Muafa. That's affecting eastern parts of China. Lining up behind it, a tropical storm Nanmadol, which is going to strengthen over the next couple of days and move its way gradually northwestwards, probably staying further east than this Typhoon Muafa. It's going to bring some very heavy rain close to Shanghai, up towards Shandong province as well. Ahead of that, largely dry for much of Japan for the next few days. But we are keeping a close eye on that second developing tropical storm. Possibly it'll form into another typhoon. Further south, some really heavy rain at the moment across southern parts of Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand and the southern Philippines as well. So for Shanghai, after that heavy rain clears away, we've got a drier few days ahead with temperatures around 30 Celsius. Plenty of heavy showers and thunderstorms continuing for Bangkok though. Across Australia, a little bit drier for much of Western Australia, but we've got low pressure moving across the Bight, and that's going to bring some showery and breezy weather to Victoria, South Australia and Tasmania. New South Wales also seeing quite a bit of rain on Thursday. Across to New Zealand, high pressure holding on for most areas. Just 1 or 2 showers in the far north of the North Island, far south of the South Island too. It does remain pretty unsettled for the next 5 days or so for Melbourne. A few showers in Perth on Saturday. Bye-bye.